Alright guys, let's get started here. Alright, sorry. The chat thing is messing up on here on the thing, so I'm gonna have to look over here to look at the chats for you guys. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, owner of N.A.G.214 Gaming, and what we do here is listen to you talk. This was an unexpected one today. I just have a lot on my mind. I just want to get off my chest, and I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get emotional during this, whether it be angry or sad or something. But I think I need to vent, and this is the best way to do it. Well, you guys want to see how I do things. I really had a rough day when it comes to Dwan. I don't have any of these days right now, but for whatever reason, my mind just, I keep thinking about him, and I keep thinking about my future and what I do here, and what we set out to do in the first place, which is to help people like me, like him, you know, people that are being forgotten over time, people that are continually being persecuted even after they go to jail and do their crimes and they pay their times. What me and Dwan constantly talked about all the time was, how do we do this? That it's one thing to try to help someone, but you can't force help. You can't. You have to leave self-choice in there. And I guess I'm just having one of those days where I just feel utterly empty. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it to you. I feel spent out, poured out. That when Dwan died, he took the best part of me with him. And I feel like that. I know it's not true. I know it's still in me. But right now, I feel like that we were so close to getting everything we ever talked about, so that we could be better in a position to help you guys. It's hard. It's more hard than, hey, what's up, Lori? It's not just losing a friend, it's losing a piece of me that he was so intertwined in things that I did that I relied on him as inspiration, and sometimes I don't feel like that. And I know what many of you guys would say, that it's not true. But I'm just telling you, this is the thing about venting. You're talking about how you feel, not about fact. I mean, I'm not saying fact right now. I'm just saying that this is how I feel. That I feel like that my life, as much as I try to inspire you guys with the stories I tell you guys about and how I struggle and get through things, Dwan was the real inspiration. I don't have the right to ask you guys to believe me when I talk without proof. I don't have the right to do that. Right now I feel empty. I feel utterly empty. I feel I think about my past and how far I've come, and how far that I have to go still. And sometimes I wonder if I'm ever going to get there. That I've said this many times now, that sometimes I feel like I waited too late. This is what I mean. That Dwan should have never died in South Dallas at a halfway house. I feel guilty. There's a lot of guilt going on in my life right now. A lot of guilt going on in my side of me. It's not going to be the same even if I am successful. Because I had this dream. I had this thought about something that I always wanted with Dwan. I always dreamed about us coming out, me and him coming out to a crowd where we're talking and we're speaking and we're inspiring people, motivating people. Just a crowd, a lot like a Trump rally maybe. But less than that, because we're not running for president. We weren't running for president. But something like that, where we're inspiring people are excited to be there. That's what I always, and us coming out to Harris Heller's music, or maybe a music that I wrote. But that dream's dead. That dream died September 24th. And now I don't know. It's not that I feel hopeless, because I don't. I just don't. How do I explain it? I it's not that I don't see the sunset. It's that I really think that I'll be experiencing that by myself. Because sometimes I have such a bad past, as far as, I'm not evil, but sometimes I think I deserve this. That I am paying for every person that I use bad words against, every person that I ever snapped off against. All those years ago when I was a child, when I was a kid and I was innocent, I truly lost that. My cousin Christy says that my innocence was lost way too soon. And one thing about Dwan that was so awesome is that he had this youthful naivety about him. I was always the experienced one. I was always the one with the experience, and not good ones either. I was the one that always taught him about the world. But over time, I started to hate people. I really did. I hated the world. I wanted the whole world to burn. That's the truth. You guys are getting a real honest session from me today. I'm telling you everything that's in my heart right now. Everything that I'm thinking about. Because I can't keep it inside. It's bad for me. So I hope you guys don't mind that. Well, even if you do mind it, you can watch something else, because I'm going to do this. Because I'm here by myself. And I over time, I began to lose my way. I began to lose my soul, to the point where I was ashamed even to talk to Dwan for a long time, for a few years. And I know that I'll never get back that innocence. That's not really, I don't care about that part. I'm actually glad that my eyes are open. But what sucks is I have things that I talk about. I have things inside me that I used to talk about with Dwan that even Sophia couldn't understand. That I just have to leave inside me now, because I can't really talk about them with anybody. Dwan was always so upbeat. He was always so, well, not me, opposite. I've learned over time to be a realist, and I do love things. I enjoy things. I wish you guys could see the Christmas tree behind me. I love that thing. I'll take some pictures of it. But I'm hurting inside. And I can put on a brave face all I want to. But every single day that goes by right now, it's an eternity for me. I feel like my spark has utterly been dampened to the point where I don't have a spark anymore. I just go now. Sophia will be going to Minnesota. It was never supposed to be like this. It was never supposed to be like this. He was not supposed to die, and I was supposed to be the one to die. He was supposed to take over the business, because I don't trust anybody to do so. And he was so happy the day before. We both were. It's not that I don't think I can live by myself. I mean, I am scared of stuff. It's that there was something we used to talk about a long time ago, that we were so close. How many people do you know that met in a homeless shelter, talked about something just frivolously, just out of something just to talk about it because it was cool? I don't know if we even believed it, not at the time, and actually got what they wanted. We almost got what we wanted. Two dudes who met in a homeless shelter almost quit and got to have an apartment together, like we talked about. And I'm angry at myself because I just wish it wouldn't have taken so long for me to change things. wish that I knew for a fact that this right here would be successful. But I don't. The truth is I don't. I don't make money doing this. I'm trying to get this going. That's the whole point of the Roth IRA, so I can use it as a way to tap into it if I need to get business items, things like that. I don't make money. I have to save money right now. Even Dwan had started a Roth IRA. We knew. I had a backup plan. And I don't mind, truly, honestly, and I'm being honest about this, I don't mind doing everything myself, because guess what? I get to learn it. I love learning this stuff. But sometimes, as much as I tell you guys to follow the ingredients or carry the ingredients, it is so difficult for me to do so. It's really difficult for me to tell myself that I'm not alone when I'm sitting here by myself. When I feel like inside me, I can't really express everything that's inside me to a single person. It's got to be multiple people, with the exception of Sophia and Dwan. Those are the only two people that I've ever been able to do that to. Dwan's gone. Sophia's going to be gone. You have no idea what I fear. This is what I go through. This is the battle I fight, guys. I know you guys think that I don't have any problems. This is the battle I fight every day. Every single day. I have to have hope in this. Because if I don't have hope in this, there's no hope for me. There's a line from Lord of the Rings when Sam is giving Gollum some crap, and he calls him a name, he calls him a stinker, and Frodo kind of snaps at him and says, why do you run him down all the time? Why do you do that? He goes, because that's what he is. And of course Frodo comes back and he gets all snappy with him, with Sam back. Sam's like, you can't save him, Frodo. Frodo says, I have to believe I can. Because I have to believe I can come back. That's what it is. I have to believe in this. Because if I don't, there's nothing but an utterly dark abyss before me. So deep that you can't even understand what's at the bottom of it. So I'm walking on a high wire with no net. And then I get comments, well, just deal with it. How nice. I would try to explain to you guys what the power of words is, but if you don't know by now, words can be either degrading or can help you improve. It's like what I told you yesterday about how I used to tell Dwan how to walk. It wasn't because he didn't know how to walk, it was because I was trying to because I knew he had to get through that barrier of low self-esteem, and he was afraid of the way he walked, so I was trying to build up his self-esteem. One of the reasons why I keep saying that go outside your box so that you may learn something about yourself is because when you do stuff that you didn't think you could do, there is nothing anyone can tell you that you can't tell yourself. Telling yourself that you're good, believing yourself that you're good is the way forward, not compliments from other people. Those can help you get started, but they cannot be the end-all be-all, because guess what? Dwan Jackson's dead. He can't give me a compliment anymore. I have to give me a compliment. I have to believe it. My family, it doesn't matter. And it's hard for me to give myself a compliment right now because I don't fucking feel it. Because part of me thinks, what is the damn point? And I know that's a bad attitude. Of course it's a bad attitude. It's why I'm getting it off my chest. And of course it's not about me either. Because I believe in this. I believe that this works. I know that it works. I've seen it in Dwan. I've seen it in myself. I've seen it in Sophia. Even the other people that I hang around with, Lori, people that have gotten to know me, have already started to change because they listen to me. Not because I'm a Mr. Know-It-All, but because it fucking works. Because they see it with my action. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'm having a hard time believing in my action right now. Not because I'm doing something bad. Because it's hollow. Because I didn't do this for myself. This was never for myself. I was trying to fulfill a promise that I made. And I didn't know when I made that promise what that would entail. I'm doing what I was told to do. In other words, they say, I don't mean that someone's telling me what to do. I'm saying that they say, talk about what you know. Okay? Well, here's what I know. Now, I do talk about it sometimes, but not in depth. But I know the Bible. Trust me, I know the Bible. That's what one of the other channels is supposed to be. I don't even know what to do with KFE anymore, to be honest with you. I don't even have time to play video games. I have to figure this stuff out. I have to write it down. I don't know. I'm going to have to get some other people to do videos for me and start talking about stuff so that I have time to do other things. I mean, my time is so split up, it's not funny, but I digress. But I know video games. You say, well, who cares about that? Well, if you see what I want to do with them, you'll understand why they're important. Because video games saved my life. They help me train my mind. It's not just about your hand-eye coordination training that. It also helped me train my mind and discipline and so forth, especially the specific kind of video games. That's what I was going to teach. I was going to teach what I do through video games for younger people or for people that just play video games. Not everybody. Why do you think Dwan played video games? Dwan played video games because he can't read a book. Got it? He's been playing video games since he was 4 years old. Yeah. Well, ask Sophia. Video games helped train my mind. Okay? In fact, I used to say all the time, I wish I could apply what in my video games to my real life, or what I do in my video games to my real life. Now I do it. See? It can train you. It can teach you all sorts of stuff. If you're not a book reader, you shouldn't just not learn. Not everybody learns through reading books and things. You should try to read, but it'll help your cognitive ability. But it's just not the way the world is a lot of times. So I know video games. I know the Bible. I know history. I know science. I know all those things. And I know them very well. More importantly, I'm artistic. I can write music. I can paint. That's right. I can draw very well. So all of these things I can do. All of those things I can do. How do you combine that and talk about it? See, that's what me and Dwan had to figure out. Dwan, what we figured out about Dwan is he's a poet, clearly. He's a great speaker. He is, he loves his WWE. He loves sports, things like that, so basketball, football. But I had to educate him on other things because he didn't know about history. So that's where me and him differ. That we didn't do that, okay? So that was his talent. So his talents combined with mine. Now what's the message? How do we do the message? But that's what he helped me on. The reason why I've gotten better as a speaker is because he helped me with that. I'm not saying that I can't do it by myself. I'm saying that his inspiration of him doing it and him using the honey tea and the stuff for his voice and all the different things that he did inspired me to be better on camera, so that he could be better. So I was better. I got better on camera, and he got better with his voice, and then we both got better together. And I guess now I just don't know the future. It sounds silly, right? Nobody knows the future, but I had a path, and it was, and my plan now is basically to continue to do what I've been doing within reason, and as I do it, try to figure out my next step, because right now there is no next step. Right now it has to be this only, because I don't know what the next step is. And that sucks. It's very frustrating. There was this time in my life that I used to dream about all sorts of big things, just as elaborate things I wanted to be and do. Sorry, I keep looking over here. Like I said, my chat isn't working particularly well, so I got my chat on my phone working. I'm gonna end on this. I needed to get that off my chest. Be not mistaken, I love you guys. I'm never gonna quit. I can't quit. Or what's been the whole point the entire time? But just so you know, as you can tell, I also go through my stuff and I need my ingredients and my steps. You can tell I do. You can tell that my mind's on stuff. And I want to thank you guys for listening to me tonight. I hope it wasn't too blathery, but I needed to talk about this. I need to show you guys how to vent. This is how you vent. This is how you get the nastiness off your chest. You don't have to always scream and yell, because that kind of thing like that will eat at you. So anyway, I hope that you guys have a great night. I'm going to get to work here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for putting up with me. I love you guys. Be safe when you're traveling. Be safe when you get there. You never know what you may find. Be understanding of one another, not just from your perspective, but from theirs. And thank you for being understanding of me tonight. And be understanding of yourself. This is part of my journey. I'm having to be understanding of myself, that I am still mourning, and that these are frustrating things. But I am doing things the right way. I don't want to negate the things I've been doing. Just wishing I didn't feel by myself all the time. And I do. And one thing about being understanding of yourself is give yourself time. That's what I'm trying to do. But it doesn't mean that you don't vent. You still have to talk about it. And that's what I'm trying to do. But it was either that or sit in here and do nothing, because I wasn't going to do anything. Remember, life is fleeting. You're not promised your next breath. So take now, go outside your box, and maybe you can learn something about yourself. So, with that being said, I will talk to you tomorrow. I am still going to do my Wednesday video. And maybe I'll figure out what we're going to talk about. But I'll do my Facebook video, my Facebook Live, and my YouTube Live tomorrow. So I love you guys. Until then, may the Lord light guide you in all things. Peace.